Good afternoon. Good afternoon, official party, guests, teachers, and students. Welcome to this year's Senior School Cum Laude ceremony. May I ask that you please place your phones on silent for the duration of the assembly. Could the school please stand for the arrival of the official party and singing of the national anthem accompanied by the brass ensemble.
Good afternoon, everyone. Please take a seat. Good afternoon to parents and guests, staff and students, and to those watching the live stream this afternoon. Thank you for joining us. Welcome to the school's 24th Annual Cum Laude Assembly. I would like to make a special welcome to our guest speaker this afternoon, past grammarian from 1997, Miss Sally McCutcheon. In her final year at Townsville Grammar School, Miss McCutcheon was school captain. Today, Miss McCutcheon is based in Townsville, where she is an associate with legal firm Wilson Ryan Gross. Miss McCutcheon will be welcomed more formally in a few moments, but I would like to thank her for being here with us today, and I'm very much looking forward to her presentation. Our first semester results have been reported, and this afternoon we acknowledge 180 senior school students for their academic achievement. We work hard at Townsville Grammar School to provide an environment that in every way possible enables students to make the most of their time and their opportunities. As a result of this, each and every student here, and especially those who we acknowledge today, are beneficiaries of a wonderful educational foundation. Education is changing rapidly. New theories, new technologies, new practices are all transforming the way we teach and the way we learn. Just as the world of employment and the face and structure of society are being reshaped in new and emerging ways. How do we ensure that we're responding appropriately in what we offer, in the way in which we provide and consume education? Resources and facilities are certainly one way of responding. At TGS, we are constantly seeking to develop our resources and our facilities to ensure that we provide access to the best environment for studying. But this is only one part of the model for success. Equally important is the effective maintenance of what we already have. And one of the very valuable things we already have and that we aspire to keep in the best possible condition is a culture of all-round liberal education. Townsville Grammar School aims to be a community where people from a range of different academic backgrounds come together to learn together and to support one another. That's also one of our desired outcomes. That's how we want our students to behave and be recognised when they leave school and move into broader society. The outcomes we want, in other words, extend beyond academic achievement. We are concerned to maintain our standing as a community where what we might call humane values are recognised and realised. These humane values centre around the notions of personal dignity, personal integrity, and respect for self and others. Schools are communities of action, achievement, and mutual support, but they are also communities based on the recognition of the dignity and diversity of gifts of each of its members. Townsville Grammar School aspires to be a community where independence of thought and action are respected. Where the things of the mind are taken seriously, we can expect to see a genuine interest in and commitment to people's chosen disciplines. That is one of the things we are explicitly honouring here today. A liberal education is an education conducted in a spirit of free inquiry, undertaken without concern for topical relevance or vocational utility. It heightens students' awareness of the human and natural worlds in which they inhabit. It makes them more reflective about their beliefs and choices, more self-conscious and critical of their presuppositions and motivations, more creative in their problem solving, more perceptive of the world around them, and more able to inform themselves about the issues that arise in their lives, personally, from a professional sense, and socially. A liberal education is a preparation for the rest of life. The subjects that you study and, as importantly, the skills and habits of mind that you acquire in the process shape the lives you will lead after you leave school. All of you, regardless of what subjects you study at school and what career or careers you choose, all of you will be citizens, and as such, will be helping to make decisions that will affect the lives of others. All of you will engage with forces of change, cultural, political, demographic, technological, and environmental. All of you will have to assess truth claims, interpret cultural expressions, and confront ethical dilemmas in your lives. The education that you receive here equips you with the tools to face these challenges in an informed, thoughtful, and ultimately successful and productive way. A healthy system of education offers many rewards, scientific discoveries, eventual and even unforeseen applications, thoughtful political leadership, intelligent public debate, cultural vitality, and an educated workforce. What we are celebrating today is not only the success of some of our outstanding students, we are also celebrating the continued vitality of our commitment to education in its fullest and richest sense. This afternoon, we have the opportunity to acknowledge the students in years 10 to 12 who performed at the highest academic levels throughout semester one. I offer my congratulations to not only all of the awardees, but I extend my sincere thanks to those who provide significant assistance to our students as well, parents, families, and school staff, who do so much to ensure that the students here today are able to achieve their very best. Congratulations to all. Thank you.
Good afternoon, special guests, Mr. Kelly, official party, parents, teachers, and fellow students. My name is Sarah Jacob, and as your school captain, I am honoured to have been given the opportunity to introduce our guest speaker for our ceremony. Today, as a past grammarian, Miss Sally McCutcheon returns to school to enlighten us with her words of wisdom and insight into life beyond high school. Born in Perth, then moving to Adelaide and then Dalby, Sally subsequently arrived in Townsville with her family in 1992. As the sister to Tom and Claire, the three attended TGS, with Sally making her mark from 1992 to 1997. Throughout her schooling at Townsville Grammar, Sally was a well-rounded, committed student who was heavily immersed in the co-curricular charters of the school. Just to mention a few of her extensive accomplishments, she was a member of the Student Council, the Community Relations Committee, a Lions Youth of the Year, and a Stedford entrant. Furthermore, Sally enjoyed performing in the school's production of Gilbert and Sullivan's HMS Pinafore. In her final year particularly, Sally represented the black and gold in netball, softball, water polo, and swimming. Wow. Not surprisingly, she was elected to the role of school captain in 1997, which interestingly was the final year of Mr. Paul being the headmaster, before Mr. Fairley joined in 1998. For our grade 5 and to 6 students, this was also the year that the junior school campus at Annandale opened its doors. Beyond her classroom years, Sally completed a series of tertiary education degrees. In 2000, she graduated from QUT with a Bachelor of Arts. Subsequently, from 2003 to 2005, she resided in Edinburgh and Dublin. As she returned to Townsville, she graduated from James Cook University with a Bachelor of Law in 2008. The following year, Sally was successful in being admitted as a solicitor and commenced her employment with Wilson Ryan Gross Lawyers. In 2009, Sally wedded her husband Ian, or as we know him, Dr. Fakeney, and became the mother of her sons Hamish and Patrick. Whilst also having achieved a Certificate 4 in Work, Health and Safety from Polytechnic West, Sally also pursues her passion in the dramatic arts. As the president of Theatre INQ, she has performed 6 shows with them since 2011. So as a past grammarian, mother, wife, and accomplished solicitor, could you please give a warm welcome to Miss Sally McCutcheon as she makes her way to the lectern.
Thank you, Mr. Kelly, and thank you, Sarah. I still cannot remember playing softball, but I have now remembered the Community Relations Committee because I do remember making everyone in Year 12 go and donate blood, so that was a good time. Firstly, can I say congratulations to everyone that is receiving an award today. As I said earlier, they didn't have this award when I was here, and I think it's really terrific that you take this opportunity to reflect on your consistent high achievement, and I've no doubt that your diligence and discipline in achieving this will serve you well as you move forward, whatever that may look like. Secondly, can I say to the teachers and support crew that have already done a stint here this morning, I'm sorry. I have had no significant life experiences since this morning's speech, so it's going to look really much the same, and you are going to be left with working out which bits are pre-prepared and where I'm ad-libbing. So as Sarah explained, I attended grammar from halfway through Year 7 in 1992 when my family relocated to Townsville until I graduated Year 12 at the end of 1997. It mostly feels like a million years ago since I was at grammar and a student here sitting in the gymnasium at assembly. But then sometimes I catch up with my grammar friends and it somehow feels like no time's passed at all. There's something indescribably lovely about those long-term friendships that stretch back to a shared school experience. And I now have the surreal experience of having our respective children become friends too. One of the things I remember most vividly from my time at school was my involvement in the school productions. They were totally absorbing and they were of a really high quality. They were a terrific learning experience and an awesome way to connect with students from different year levels that had a shared interest and you went on a shared adventure. When I was at school, drama was headed up by Glenys Perry and she was an amazing mentor and support. I was here when the PA space was built and it seemed very cutting edge and exclusive at the time, but I suspect it's had something of a renovation since. I also attended drama lessons outside of school with Fiona Perry in the years before she became a teacher here. I relished any opportunity to perform. Drama has always been an absolute passion of mine. I went on to study a Bachelor of Drama at QUT when I finished school. In some ways, it was a little bit controversial for me at the time to choose to do a drama degree. I had done quite well academically and faced the inevitable questions from people about why I wasn't choosing a more academic path to study at university. Fortunately, my parents were wholeheartedly supportive of me making my own choice and following the path that excited me, and that is what I did. I loved university and I loved living in Brisbane. Studying drama was an opportunity for me to surround myself with like-minded people and focus on what I was really passionate about. After I finished my degree, I stayed living in Brisbane for another 2 years, and as is common in the arts industry, I juggled a whole range of different jobs. I got a job teaching drama to young children in an extracurricular setting. I also worked as a costumed entertainer, balloon modelling and face painting my way around kids' birthday parties and corporate events. I did some work supporting people with disabilities to participate in the arts, and also, wonderfully, I worked as a professional actor. I then got itchy feet and so donned a backpack and headed out into the world to explore. Hopefully, by the time you are old enough to consider making a similar choice, you will have a world that has been opened back up to you. I spent 2.5 years living and travelling in Europe. I lived primarily in Edinburgh and then also for around 6 months in Dublin. I enjoyed as many trips to as many places as I could. Those years were not focused on career building or any particular plan, but I learnt so much and I experienced amazing things, met wonderful people, and consider myself a more rounded person as a result of that time. I returned to Australia with no money and even less of a plan. I came back to Townsville and lobbed in on my parents while I regrouped. And it turned out I stayed for quite a while. I had come to the difficult realisation during my time away that although I loved the performing arts, it was not, in fact, the right career choice for me. I had learnt more about myself by that time and realised that I really valued stability and security. Not really conducive to a career in the performing arts. I reviewed my priorities in my mid-20s, and again, backed by awesome parents who enthusiastically supported my new plan, I returned to university. Second time round, I ended up studying law at JCU. I have always loved words and enjoy the power and beauty of language. I also have a strong sense of justice, because I'm a middle child. And I have volunteered for organisations like the Red Cross and Amnesty International since I was a teenager. So law seemed like a logical fit with my skills and my interests, and would also offer a regular paycheck. So I have now been employed as a solicitor at Wilson Ryan Gross for a bit over a decade. Initially, I worked in family law, but after having children of my own, I didn't want to return to work full-time, and that's really tricky to do in that area of law. So then I pivoted into industrial relations, which is where I remain. So my interest in the law is perhaps a bit more measured than my passion for the arts, but it's been a very rewarding career so far and allows me to assist both employees and employers to navigate our complicated workplace laws. My work is really very varied and covers workplace bullying, sexual harassment, discrimination, work health and safety, contracts, unfair dismissals, redundancies, and lots of other things. This week, I find myself seconded to a health organisation to help them to restructure their HR department. I am blessed with supportive bosses at Wilson Ryan Gross who understand that I want to continue to prioritise my family and allow me to work part-time. And they also recognise that I have a life outside of work that's important to me too. A big part of that outside of work life is my involvement with Theatre Inc., a local semi-professional theatre company. I'm sure some of you would have attended Theatre Inc. productions in the past. We've also had a number of really brilliant ex-grammarians come and join our Bridge Project training program, and I always feel an extra little bit of pride by their achievements. Probably our most well-known event is the Shakespeare Under the Stars that takes place in Queen's Gardens each September. We're currently rehearsing this year's show, which is the final part of a trilogy telling the story of the Wars of the Roses. It's called Blood Will Have Blood. For good reason, lots of people die. It will be the 7th show that I've performed in with Theatre Inc. since I got involved with them in 2011. I've also been the president of their management committee since 2018. That is definitely the much less exciting and less glamorous side of being involved with a theatre company, but I still feel really proud that I can use my skills to ensure that our company is run in a professional, ethical, and innovative way. In preparing for today, I was trying to think what I could talk about that you might find of interest, or what I would have been interested in hearing back when I was in your position. I think what I would have liked to hear about is some reassurance that it's actually okay not to know what you want to do when your time at grammar ends. Or even if you do know, that it's okay not to know what might come next or how that might unfold. I was lucky when I was at school in that I was quite confident about my decision to study drama and to pursue a career in the performing arts. And even though I'm no longer paid to work in that field, I don't regret the choice to study drama or to pursue that dream for its time. I loved it, and the experience, knowledge, and skills that I gained during that time continue to inform my work and also my involvement with Theatre Inc., even though it's no longer my day job. I am a firm believer that everything we experience is of value, even if it's not part of a clear, linear path in one direction. Around the time I was finishing school, lots of people started talking about how people would probably have several careers in their lifetimes. This was a big change from the expectation held by previous generations that the job you took after you finished school or after you finished university was likely to be the job you would retire from, or at the very least you would stay in the same industry. That prediction has turned out to be true for me and for lots of others I know, including my husband, who, before he became a teacher, had already done his master's, worked on oil rigs, done his PhD, and been an environmental consultant. For me, it's been really positive to have those varied experiences. I would have found it really difficult to be a family lawyer fresh out of uni at 21, and I suspect my clients would have found it pretty difficult to take advice from me about their parenting arrangements at that time too. I like that I've done different things and that I know people from different walks of life that have different perspectives. And I also like that quite often I find that my knowledge and skills gained in one aspect of my life become unexpectedly valuable in another area too. So I guess my message is, don't ever feel like you've wasted your time in learning something new or following a particular direction, even if in the end you change course. For me, life is the sum of our experiences and relationships, not a race to get to a finish line. Enjoy the journey and don't be afraid of a few detours. Thank you.
Good afternoon, Mr. Kelly, special guest, Ms. Sally McCutcheon, colleagues, parents, cum laude award winners and students. We have successfully navigated through first semester of 2021 without class disruption this year, which is something we've not been able to do since 2018. During this time, the award winners have remained focused, set high standards, worked consistently and with perseverance, and are today being recognised for their efforts. Congratulations, I'm delighted to see so many students continuing to perform at the highest level in their academic studies in the school. I'd also like to encourage all students, whether you're receiving an award or not today, to continue working towards your personal best. Today I'll be announcing the award winners in each year level, and I ask that you hold your applause until all of the students are assembled in front of the stage. Year 10 Cum Laude Award winners. Victoria Coates. Madeline Connery. Thomas Holkren. Salakshana Lankathilika. Isabella Linton. Audrey Richardson Schultz. Cooper Smith. Karen Square. Caden White. Sangwon Yun. Please congratulate our Year 10 Cum Laude Award winners. Year 11, Sydney Adams, Chloe Bouchard, Lucas Brown, Xavier Cameron, Lucy Carter, Acacia Cooper, Philippa Jinku, Brandon Konolov, Billy Levitt, Ethan Lone, Madeline Matthews, Gayatri Menon, Krishnan Menon, Ashmith Sivayoganathan, Ishan Srivastava, Thomas White, Suin Yu. Please congratulate our Year 11 Cum Laude Award winners. Year 12, Anna Adibi, Caitlin Ainsworth, Angus Bell, Blake Cook, Chloe Crocker, Alden English, Madison Fleming, Christian Hensman, Amelia Kelly, Erin Keogh, Jemima Krasansky, Alan Lynn, Kira Littlejohn, Kaylin Malone, Ali Manuzzo, Bridie Muller, Ruben Nethery, Daniel Perez Castillo, Fletcher Price, Lily Reeves, Emily Richardson Schultz, Hayley Scott, Regan Short, Grace Tudhope. Please congratulate our Year 12 Cum Laude Award winners. It's wonderful we have so many, so I don't mind waiting. Magna Cum Laude Award winners, Year 10, Reg Alcock, Arian Berra, Max Blackshaw, Samara Coates, Skylar Corliss, Daniel Doggett Ford, Katie Gordon, Victoria Isaac, Jonathan Keneally, Mia McKinnon, Ashvinth Prabhaharan, Ellison Ramel, Gabriel Reedy, Shreya Urkaday, Amy Volmerhouse, Edgar Wynne. Year 10 Magna Cum Laude Award winners. Year 11, Molly Ballantyne, Alice Blythe, Olivia Bowater, Mac Broad, Luke Carroll, Hayley Fitler, Hasindi Gamage, Claire Zhang, Harrison Levers, Jonathan Lee, Georgia Maidment, Tasia Pillay, Benjamin Rimmer, Werta Tatinsia, Thomas Torrey, Babette Vercoul, Ivan Wong. Please congratulate Year 11 Magna Cum Laude Award winners. Year 12, Stanley Alcock, Vatsal Anand, Millie Andrews, Remy Arnold, Talia Baker, Amy Bragg, Benjamin Davies, Mishti Dewar, Wilson Flegler, Kai Johnston, Kira Kavanagh, Ava Largo, Lily Levers, Tammy Lee, Monty McCormick, Kai Negri, Zoe Rose, Alexander Scarcia, Isabel Spanswick, Neshi Wirasuria, Brianna Williams. Our Year 12 Magna Cum Laude Award winners. Maxima Cum Laude Award winners from Year 10. Elsa Baker, Freya Boggold, Georgina Brooks, Sienna Caniato, Justin Crane, Nils Cumming, Philippa Dowling, Akansh Gotham, Sachi Hira, Eliza Jacob, Ria Joshi, Tara Kelly, Alexander Lane, Harper Muller, Sabir Nayar, David Nugent, Scarlett Pountney, Arjun Prakash, Thomas Rimmer, Alex Tao, Ella Wackenfeld, Clement Wong, Evangelos Yalharivis, Meher Zolfika. Our Year 10 Maxima Cum Laude Award winners. Year 11, Helen Brandy, Barnabas Uhas, Daniel Kim, Nandan Kumar, Darcy Locke, Thomas Middleton, Zane Murdoch, Minha O, Halima Olanian, Dylan Rao, Lily Rur, Ananya Savannah, Thomas Taylor, Lauren Toe. Our Year 11 Maxima Cum Laude Award winners. Year 12 Maxima Cum Laude Award winners. Darcy Arnold, Ella Banks, Joshua Borquin, Samuel Brooks, Phyllis Chen, Phoebe Evans, Thomas Gray, Gerard Hayes, Ashani Hazratswala, Sarah Jacob, David Jung, Xanthi Lamari, Nayana Lankathilika, Sasha Lee Rao, Haidang Lakong, Daniel Lee, Oliver Livingstone, Ivan Mann, Charlotte Mead, Het Patel, Megan Suldenbeide, Sophie Trainer, James Turner, Hyungun Yun, and Lachlan Taylor. Lachlan's on crutches today, so he'll receive his award down the front here. Please congratulate our Year 12 Maxima Cum Laude Award winners.
Good afternoon, Mr. Kelly, Ms. McCutcheon, special guests, award recipients, all members of the grammar community. We thought this afternoon we would give you some Beatles. So, to perform All You Need Is Love by John Lennon and Paul McCartney, would you please welcome Grammar Brass Ensemble conducted by Dr. Mark Smith. Please welcome the Brass Ensemble.
Mr. Alan D. Maud was the 9th headmaster of the school from 1976 through to 1992, and during his 17 years as headmaster, he successfully role modelled the virtues of scholarly leadership and personal humility. The Alan D. Maud Awards recognise scholars who have achieved consistently high standard of academic excellence over the duration of their secondary schooling. They are presented to Year 12 students who have achieved a Cum Laude Award in each of their 6 years at our school since Year 7. Vatsal Anand, Millie Andrews, Darcy Arnold, Ella Banks, Joshua Borkman, Thomas Gray, Kira Kavanagh, Xanthi Lamari, Daniel Lee, Daniel Perez Castillo, Neshi Wirasaria. Please congratulate our Alan D. Maud Award winners. The following 8 students should be commended on their outstanding academic record in their time at our school. These students have achieved Maxima Cum Laude Awards every year. They are a very special achievement, so I'd like you to congratulate each of these students as they are presented. Samuel Brooks. Phoebe Evans. Ashani Hazratswala. Sarah Jacob. Sasha Lee Rao. Oliver Livingstone. Amy Smith, we'll give her a round of applause. Unfortunately, Amy couldn't be here today, but I know she's watching on live stream, so well done, Amy. And Lachlan Taylor. Please congratulate all our Alan D. Maud Award winners.
Thank you, everyone, and once again, congratulations to all our award winners today. On behalf of the students, staff, and guests here today, I would once again like to say a heartfelt thank you to you, Miss Sally McCutcheon, for being our special guest for this ceremony. Personally, as a senior, I really appreciate your emphasis on the importance of following your passions and the value of our varied life experiences and how they will aid us no matter where life takes us. We appreciate the efforts that you have made whilst at the school and the wonderful opportunities that you have opened up since your departure from Townsville Grammar. On behalf of all of us here, could you please accept this token as an appreciation from us? Thank you.
Could the school now please stand for the singing of the school song?
iure, atribus sunt nostris ure. Integramus, meliore sunt fiamus, sicut bene hunc intrato, melius hinc exeato. Dum sensentit autilares, nostros diligemus laves, stella splendes et niture, autilares puriore. Ilagamus, meliore sunt fiamus, sicut bene hunc intrato, melius hinc exeato.
And that concludes our ceremony. Could the school please remain standing for the departure of the official party?